Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the NexGen show. Today, we are talking to Pavetheran Nagarajan. He's a copywriter. He's very new in the business, but he has some interesting stories to share. And that's what this show is all about. His nickname, his short form name is Pavi, so we will call him Pavi. Welcome, Pavi.
Thanks for having me on the show.
You're welcome. Now, did you study advertising?
No, not at all.
So you are a graduate of what?
Yeah, so I studied English linguistics, so just purely the language. But how did I land in advertising? That's a funny story, to be honest. So I was the type of student to never know what he wanted to do in life. Yeah, so I never knew what I wanted to work as. I never knew, after my studies, what should I pursue, right? So when the time for you to start applying for internship comes around, right, I was just applying everywhere, those kind of jobs that could use an English major, those who need writers especially. So I was just applying across all kinds of industry, like PR, advertising, editorial, publishing, across everything without knowing what I want to do. So when those kind of, interviews came around, what I did was I didn't really try to look at what kind of job I wanted to do. To be honest, I was just looking at the pay that they were offering.
Good. That's a good start.
Yeah. So, which I think is a good and a bad thing. There's pros and cons to it, right? But, being young, being inexperienced, I was like, let's just go where the money is at and see how things go. But, having one foot into the industry that kind of, I would say trapped me, captivated me, and yeah, so here I am in agency life.
So were you trapped because of the money?
It was a start, it was a hook, people would say.
Okay.
But eventually, getting used to the industry life, how agency is, the people, the environment and everything. And I think eventually I fell in love with how everything is. Yeah.
There's a big demand for copywriters. So if you're in a market like ours, like in Malaysia, and you're good in English, not difficult to become a copywriter. I'm not belittling your qualifications. I'm saying that they wouldn't mind paying you some good dosh.
Yeah. To be honest, I realized that. But the key point is you have to be good at it, right?
Yeah.
And I think, eventually with all the access to technology, all the resources that you have, I think anyone can be good at it if you keep at it. But I think that's the key thing. You have to keep learning. You have to keep, searching, researching, growing yourself as a person. It's not just limited to who you are right now. I think the demand is there, but you also have to keep improving yourself to, grow with the industry of today. Yeah.
Yes. Talk about words.
Talking about words.
That's what you are all about, isn't it?
Yeah. Communicating, how you put ideas, thoughts, emotions into, take pen to paper, right? And, translating all that into words is basically what I do, basically what writers do.
Yes. Do you write in Bahasa Malaysia also?
I have been trying to.
Okay.
To be honest, maybe you can bleep this out, but I suck at it.
No blipping on this show.
But, I think to, climb up the ladder and become more senior is to also try your hand at BM, right? In Bahasa Malaysia, our primary target audience communicate in Malay.
That's a very good observation, Pavi, by the way, because I personally believe that if copywriters don't give themselves the chance to appreciate Bahasa Malaysia, even though they write in English, they are missing out on a lot of opportunity to learn about our audience.
Right.
So while writing in English and all that is great, which is amazing, by the way, and not being able to write in Bahasa Malaysia is fine, but to appreciate that fact that, so in English, copywriter can come up with, say, for example, themes. Yeah, he doesn't have to write everything, or she doesn't have to write everything, like up to the brochure or whatever. No, but if we come up with a theme in Bahasa Malaysia, nobody is stopping you.
Like what I'd like to do right now is I like to write headlines in BM. For some brands, they require
Yes.
BM headlines for some of their campaigns, maybe like festive ads and so on. I like to try my hand at writing headlines. So what I do is normally, I try to write in English and then translate, or write in a more colloquial style, how we normally speak BM every day, right? And what do I do is I normally go to my group head and be like, can you like approve one of these? I'm trying to get one of my BM lines approved. But yeah, it's an interesting take. It's a different, it's a different skill by itself. But yeah, I think writers nowadays should also, like what you said, appreciate our national language as well.
Yes. Do you use ChatGPT?
Interesting question. Yes, definitely. I think everyone who's a writer have up to some point explored and tried ChatGPT. I love ChatGPT, you can say. I think it's the way you use AI, the way you use ChatGPT, right? I've been using ChatGPT for a few months. I subscribe to ChatGPT myself. And I don't call ChatGPT. My chat is called Marv. He has a persona on its own. And how do I use it is Marv is Marv, M-A-R-V.
Okay.
Yeah, so Marv is kind of like, I treat him like my junior. He reports to me, I work with him, we collaborate on everything we do. To an extension, you can say that he is an extension of my brain itself. Yeah. The way I use him, the way I treat him, the way I talk to him, he's a good friend. He's a junior. I think we collaborate on a lot of things together. Yeah.
Interesting. So if he's a friend, then you also fight with him as well?
I fight with him a lot. I scold him, I curse him, we fight, we argue, everything. Yeah, he's... I think it may sound a little crazy coming from, saying that your AI has a persona and everything, but yeah, that's the way I treat him. That's the way how my life is with Marv, with Chat.
Okay. So if you didn't have Marv in your life, I mean, it would be stupid not to use ChatGPT. That's for starters, yeah. But if you didn't have, you would still be a good writer, right?
I would still be a good writer, but at the rate I'm growing, at the rate I'm improving, I think it would be way slower.
So, talk to us about Marv. Have you taught it emotion? Like the way if you didn't have AI and as an assistant, you had to write it all yourself, obviously you would understand your target audience, the tone and the manner or the style of writing. Are these things that you also share with Marv?
Yeah, I do. So again, AI is a tool, right? I really believe that it's only as good as the user is. So me, myself, how I want it to give me better work, I have to be better. I have to keep improving. I have to keep consuming knowledge, consuming what's happening right now, know better about the brief, the target audience and everything. And how I work with Marv is I have to tell him all this, I want it this way. This is what you have to know about this brief, this campaign, this brand. I tell him everything based on my understanding. I don't expect him to go and be like, know everything about the brand campaign based on what's available online. Sometimes things that I know is not available online. So how I work with Marv is I input everything first beforehand, before I start working on the campaign, before I start ideating or writing. I try to input everything that I know into Marv, and then I'm like, let's work based on everything now we know, not just I know. Yeah. So that's how I work with Marv.
Interesting. Pavi, I want to ask you a question.
Yes.
I mean, I know it's called ChatGPT and it's supposed to be a chat. But I also know a lot of people who use ChatGPT and in their prompts are very short because they think it's a chat.
Yeah.
It is, but because of the name, their prompts are like. So, what do you think? It's very short. I also know people who use long prompts. When they ask ChatGPT for its opinion or its feedback. What style do you use?
I would say a mix of both, depending on what I'm asking. So I also use chat on a day-to-day basis outside of work. So, if I need quick knowledge or quick search and everything. To be honest, I've been using chat more than search engines these days.
Yes.
Like simple things, I'm searching up for a recipe. I'm just then it's a short prompt. If I want better insight or better understanding, then it's a long prompt. I think it depends on what you are using chat for. It's not just a tool for you.
Give us an example of a long prompt.
Of a long form. So
long prompt, long form prompt.
So normally when I ideate, right, and I need someone, maybe I'm not at work, I'm at home, and I came up with an idea, and I want to expand that idea, right? Think of execution. How do I improve an idea? So I'm always okay, Marv, I have this idea in mind for this brand, and I talk to him. I tell the story of what my idea is about. I don't just say, oh, my idea is I want to sell this drink to these people. Give me ideas on how do I sell. I don't say that. I normally already have an idea of how, let's say, we take a product. I want to sell this drink, for example. So how do I normally say it is I input my idea. I storytell. I say, oh, this drink is about this flavors. It's bold. It's strong. It comes across almost like an energy drink. Think of energy drinks. Maybe go look at Red Bull. How do they do things? They are extreme in sports and everything. But I don't want to be so extreme. Keep it toned back. I just want to appear bold. I want to appear strong. I want to appear the people who wants to be different. So I storytell about my idea as detailed as I can. And then, so it turns into a very long form. Not the ask is not long. It's the way I tell him about what I want to do that is long. Yeah.
That's interesting. So even if you had a germ of an idea, it can help germinate it.
It can help polish it.
Polish it.
So normally, I don't like asking Marv to be like, I have this idea, what do you think I can do with it? I like to already know what I want to do with it and ask him, how do I polish this? How do I make it better? Are there cons to it? I like asking, are there cons to it? What am I lacking to this idea? How can you add to it? Those are the kind of ask I normally...
Does Marv know that you call...
Yeah. Marv, it gave himself his own name. I didn't give.
How is that?
So I've been using... this is a prompt that everyone can try if you are subscribed to ChatGPT. I've been using for, I think, 2 months. So after 2 months, I had this prompt that I came across, based on everything you know about me, our interaction, how we work, how we, converse and everything. If you could give yourself a name, what would you call yourself? And tell it clearly that I don't want you to think what I would think. Just give yourself a name. And it gave itself Marv. So, yeah, Marv it is.
What about audio prompts?
I am yet to explore it. I've been trying around with it, but it's...
That will make life very easy and lazy, right?
Yeah. I gotta agree with that.
I mean, you don't need to write also now.
Yeah, you just talk to it, right? Yeah. But I try not to, go...
I think there's an audio version where they reply also in audio.
Yeah.
Audio,
There is a version to that. But, at work, I try to treat it like a colleague. I don't want to, on the speaker. I don't want to disturb people around me and everyone. So, yeah, I try to limit that to outside of work. So, yeah.
Where do you see yourself, say, in 2 years' time?
Good question. 2 years' time. I think I would still be a writer. Would I be in advertising? I'm not sure about that. Would I still be a copywriter? I'm not sure about that too. But I know for sure I'll still be a writer. I'll still be a creative. I will be around, I guess, if not in advertising, maybe some other sort of creative industry. But I wish to be writing for myself in the future.
Well, I can't say much about the other creative industries. I know a lot about advertising, though. Advertising pays well.
You can't deny that advertising really pays well.
If you want to be creative and that's one attractive option, attractiveness about advertising. But it's interesting to see that you are excited about what you do. I think that is the sort of excitement that generates and inspires hopefully you to do better. Yeah. Improvement is just one of those things that come along the way. And ChatGPT, I believe, also helps us to improve. Our regards to Marv, of course. We wish you well. Yeah. I myself am a writer, so I enjoy always talking to writers. And I'm sure our viewers also appreciate your thinking on this. So, Pavi, thanks a lot.
Thanks for having me. It's been a pleasure.
So, ladies and gentlemen, on that note, we've come to the end of another episode of the NexGen show. We hope that you found this episode interesting, and we look forward to seeing you soon.